All right, guys, how's it going? Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about Xabi Alonso. That's right, Xabi Alonso that's ruled himself out of the running for a Liverpool manager and every other job going, Bayern Munich and all that, right? Don't want it. He wants to stay loyal to Bayer Leverkusen. Some people think he's bottled it. Arians, for example, Richard Keys says he's bottled it. This is Richard Keys that said that Liverpool have got their man in Alonso. So, you know, we know what the state of play is with all of that. We know where we are with what we're being told, right? But there are some fans that still think that it could be a twist and that Alonso could U-turn and still become the manager of Liverpool Football Club. Do you think that? Do you think that's possible? See, I want to say to you, nah, it's fucking, don't talk so damn right fucking stupid. That's what I want to say. But I've seen so many things happen in football over the years that have never say never in football. Honestly, never. Do you know what the main reason is for that? The fact that Kenny Dalglish became the manager of Liverpool Football again. That is the sole reason. There are other reasons, but that's the biggest reason. Well, that doesn't make sense. That's the sole reason. There are other reasons. What I mean is it's the biggest reason. Because when Dalglish left as manager when I was a kid, you know, when I was in my teens or whatever, I was fucking heartbroken. And when he was appointed manager, I just can't believe that. But I can't believe Roy Hodgson was appointed manager of Liverpool Football Club. So there you fucking go. There's another reason right there. And things can change in football, right? I remember when the L4 consortium were trying to buy Liverpool Football Club, right? I don't like mentioning names and that, and I'd rather you didn't in the comments. But you remember who headed that consortium. And, you know, they were very active on the members' website at the time, and someone that I would consider friend at the time. We're no longer friends today because they wanted me to push a certain message, if you like, on my members. You know, they were passionate about Liverpool football. I don't have a problem with them at all. I was very sad that they stopped being my friend. But they said to me at the time, you have to do this. You have to tell your members that. And I said, I can't do that. I can't force an opinion on anybody. You know, I can say what I feel, but I think it's very disrespectful to tell people what they should and shouldn't think, even if it's for the best interest of the club. So I couldn't do it. I said, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. They went, right, you can't do that. I went, no. So the next minute I was blocked, right? That was it. They never spoke to me again. So I was really sad about that. But maybe, you know, maybe that wasn't a friend. I don't know. Anyway, but the point is that when they were trying to buy Liverpool Football Club, I had a lot of information back then regarding it. What they were doing, who would have been appointed the chairman, who would have been brought in as the chief executive at the time. And I was given running updates as to how the attempted purchase was going. And the people in, you know, out in the Middle East or whatever that were involved in, you know, the finance, the people that would have owned the club, you know, this was a consortium that was put together. They were going to front it. They were going to get, you know, we've gone over it many years before. And I remember saying to this person one night, and the VIP members, they will remember this because most of them have been with me since the 90s and that. I remember saying, how confident are you that this deal will go ahead? All right. And they told me the extent of paperwork, what was happening, and the 99% of it I couldn't even disclose. Even though it was killing me because I wanted to tell people, but I couldn't because it would have damaged things, right? Or potentially damaged things. And they said to me, 1000% Dunk, this deal will happen. Now, if the person buying the club or is one of the people, the senior person within that consortium says 1000% Dunk, this is what's happened, this is what's being signed, this is what is going to happen on Tuesday, 1000% Dunk. But it didn't happen. So from my experiences, the Dalglish thing, coming back to be the manager, never say never. And when someone says to you 1000% Dunk, not 100%, 1000%, my friend, that you trust and you know all the stuff that's going on to do with it, but can't fucking say, you got the proof in me on hands, you know, because this is a friend that I was meeting, you know, in real life, not just via the internet. 1,000%. If someone ever said to me, 1,000% Duncan, I tell you, you can run it, I'd never fucking do it again, ever, unless I was certain myself. And that's usually from what I do with the members site is when I get some intel, something that I think's juicy, I don't run it. You know, I might allude to it in a video or on the members website, but when I get 2 or 3 people that are not linked or associated to each other saying something, that's when I go, there's something in this, we should take it seriously. But the point I'm trying to say here is, in football, never say never. Anything can happen. It's massive, you know, multi-billion pound industry, money talks, and anything can fucking happen, right? So if you said to me, do you believe Alonso would not, I can't, I'm like, nah, I don't think it'll happen, but never say never, is my point. Because I've seen it time and time again, right? And there are some people that think Alonso might U-turn and that this is all like Liverpool being respectful to Bayer Leverkusen, not to derail their, you know, what the competitions they're involved with, etc. I've got to be honest, I'll say this, right? And I'm not playing into any of this, but I'm just giving facts. If you remember, when the news came out, I think I tipped you off and said, I reckon we're going to hear something from Alonso, because there was that press conference and Balaguer was like this one, and Balaguer's like that with him. And we did get that confirmation from Alonso, didn't you know, I'm committed to the cause here and all that. I remember putting a video out that night, or maybe the morning, I think it was the night, saying something doesn't sound right, seems a bit iffy. Because I think there are unanswered things, but maybe that is to do with, you know, just what we were hearing, like FSG favouring Alonso. Alonso's indicated he does want a job. But we always had that, like, Bayer Leverkusen want to sit down with him, you know, at some point. So there was always that little caution. And we had Ruben Amorim, you know, neck and neck. So there was things that made you think maybe it won't happen. But it all seemed very positive. And I was constantly saying, I think it's his to throw away, like. But then Michael Edwards came back to the club. Hey, for sure. That's Rafa Benitez. Hey, for sure. Okay, don't be pedantic. You know what I mean by club, the organisation. Michael Edwards came back and I think it changed. And maybe that's why I was like, something doesn't seem right here. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But I know there are some fans that are saying, now these fans, I want to be clear, are not people that, these are just fans. These are, you know, people that comment or have an opinion. They're very important. But what I mean is, they aren't people that I know on a personal level that are saying this, you know, or someone that, you know, would be walking around the AXA each week, or, you know, it's just not what you call sources or contacts. And I don't like using them kind of words. These idiots do, and I don't. I'd rather just say my friend, you know what I mean? But I don't know if this is just the fans hoping. There's going to be an element of that, isn't there? Hoping for a twist, because they really want Alonso back, you know, or Alonso to come in. So my question to you is, do you think there's a possibility of that? Would you be surprised if Alonso was appointed manager of Liverpool Football Club? I mean, would you be like, holy, or would you be like, doesn't surprise me? Oh, because if it did happen, I'd be like, there you go, that's football for you. So I'm not trying to get your hopes up here, and I'm not trying to play into that. I'm with him now. Hey, fuck that. I won't buy a Leverkusen to implode. Honestly, I do. I'm bitter. I'm awful, me. As Scott Cheetham would tell you. Remember what Rafa thought of Alonso? He was right. He's a pig. Do you know what I mean? He's had his chance. Someone put a video in the Cop Talk chat room today. If you T for telegram.me/Cop Talk chat on your browser. And it was a video of Alonso saying, I love this club, I'd do anything for this club, I love the fans, this, that and the other. And I replied, hey, well, didn't fucking think that last week, did he? You know, fuck Alonso if you don't want to manage Liverpool football. I'm bitter, man, me. He's had your chance. You've had your chance. That's it. You know, he'll manage Liverpool one day. Not if I've got anything to do with it, he fucking wants. He's had his chance. Now, in fairness, there might be reasons that he came to that decision, right? Which might be the Edwards thing. Maybe he didn't like something he heard about the structure of the club. Don't know. We don't know. They'll tell you they know, but they're full of shit. I don't know. Some fans think that... What happened? My memory's terrible. Where's Adam Naylor when you need him? Hashtag AKM, Adam knows more. What happened with the Virgil van Dijk thing? Do you remember when we got like warned off? And then our interest was like, no, we're not interested in him anymore. Well, no, just to keep them happy, but then we did fucking get him anyway. Am I not right there? You know what my memory's like, guys? I can't fucking remember what happened this morning. Well, I remember I went to the dentist because it didn't cost me anything. It's true, I went to the dentist this morning. I had an x-ray, consultation. He went, you're all right, just get some mouthwash, lad, you'll be all right. But he didn't speak like that. He was like, please go home and, you know what I mean? Didn't charge me anything. You won't get that in England, would you? Not insurance are out. No, that's private dentist. Don't worry about it. Come and live in Spain, it's fucking mint. And a shot of vodka's like that. It's big, that, girls. Well, I think so, anyway. What they say about fellas, right, is they reckon that if you measure from the thumb to the end of the finger, that's how... My finger hurts, remember. Look, I can do... How far can you go like that, fellas? Next time I see you when we're in a bar, I want you to go, all right, Dunk, how's it going? No, shit myself if you do that. What's it on about? What am I about? I can't remember. Something happened with the Virgil van Dijk thing when Liverpool went, nah, it's not happening. And I also remember that Born Again Joyce, he worked Born Again then. Joyce at the time was peddling all sorts of stuff to do with... I mean, Joyce, I know we listened to him, but I know for a fact, because I can remember, that he got so much wrong with Alisson and Virgil van Dijk at the time. I can't remember, but that's not... It doesn't matter. Do you think... This is important. This is where we've got to listen. Okay. He's still here. Right, that's it. I don't know. I can't remember where I was. Do you think that it could be like Liverpool going, we're all right, we don't want him? My conclusion, I'm going to come to this conclusion, and I know I've just said anything can happen in football. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a twist like that. My understanding, my opinion, is that Liverpool have stepped up their inquiries regarding how much Ruben Amorim would cost to have him released from that contract. So if Liverpool were really planning to do that and it was a big ploy, why the fuck would they do that? I mean, yeah, you've got to cover all options. If you think back to it, there's been times when Liverpool have tried to, maybe sign a player and a link with one or two players at the same time, because it's like, well, if that falls through, we'll go for him. Do you know what I mean? So they've got to do everything. They've got to cover the bases. They'll be speaking to multiple agents. But I think I'm going to conclude with Alonso staying where he is. I think things changed when Edwards came back. Something somewhere. Might have been just one factor, one reason. And I think that Alonso has got one eye on the Real Madrid job, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's what I think. And I think as of recording, or my opinion as of yesterday, certainly, is that Ruben Amorim, Liverpool Football Club, are trying to work out what that would be. So I don't think there is a conspiracy theory. We'll never say never. Let me know what you think. All right, guys. Please thumbs up the video if you appreciate the effort. Doesn't mean that you support the content or agree with it. Please leave me a comment. The comments are very important because they get me through my day. Honestly, wherever I am, I'm like, let's see what everyone's saying. And if you want to get me a coffee or a drink, you can hit the super thanks button, which is probably under the video. I think it's like a love heart. They're my peoples, look after me. I know everybody can't, but they do. And you know what? The more that people support me like that, the more I can justify my time to do more and more videos. And I do far more videos today than I've ever done in the past over the years. Read the video description, join the newsletter, which is, I go out and send little emails out occasionally. They will increase when this managerial situation is finalised. Yeah, read the video description and make sure your name is on that list if you have bought me a super thanks or whatever. And please connect with me on social media, on X and Instagram at Duncan Oldham, because I like to connect with people. You know, I like people to say, I watch your stuff. And I don't know, I just like people. Do you know what I mean? All right, I'll leave you with that. I'm sure I've got something else to talk about. Can't for the fucking life and remember what it is. But I'll work it out. All right, guys, have a great day. I'll be live on here at 3 o'clock this afternoon, UK time. Hopefully see you then.